Felix Auger-Aliassime. All right, I do have somebody very special sitting next to me. We don't want to miss out on, and that's the one and only Roger Federer. And there is Roger. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, one other Laver Cup edition is coming to an end. It was the 6th edition, actually. How happy are you with how things went? Of course, Team World probably didn't want them to win. So
yeah,
they're wearing blue. And
they destroyed, I think, Team Europe, it can be said. The world played fantastic, I really think. They brought the energy. Everybody brought a point. They were stronger in the doubles. And I think that's always the core. If you're strong in the doubles, you always have chances. And then I think the singles too, I think they were moving fast. They were ready to go from the first moment on, and they totally deserve victory. I thought it was a success. Look, a lot of people came.
Exactly.
It was basically, I think, a sellout. I don't know the numbers exactly, but great stadium, unbelievable city. And I thought it was a success all around. No hiccups along the way, which was perfect.
And you were very busy. I mean, you were here for how many days already, or a whole week already?
Yeah, I've been here for maybe 6 days, yes.
Promoting the event, doing backstage tours and all that. So how much have you been enjoying it yourself now, not being on the court, actually, being off the court? Is that more relaxing, or did you miss it?
No, I did. No, I don't miss. I mean, it's great to be back and being in that tennis family again, you know, having things to do, and also maybe for me really the first time experiencing the Laver Cup from a completely different angle. In Boston I was there, but I was injured, and it was different because I'm still active, so I wasn't so much in the areas of all the guests and stuff. And here I really tried to watch every match, which I think I was able to do, and it's been fantastic. So I had a great week all around. It was busy, like you said. I'm losing my voice a little bit, but it's been a lot of fun.
Well, and you were spending a lot of time with the one and only Rod Laver as well. Yeah. When you're sitting there on the bench and the seats watching those matches, what do you guys chat about?
We talk about the volleys in the doubles, and then we speak about how it was back in the 60s, back in the 70s. I asked him as an example. So back in the day, I know that when you served on the tour, you were not allowed to jump. And then that's when Rod Laver explained me how Arthur Ashe changed that by jumping up, because you were not allowed to jump into the court. And I think through that, then they changed the rule in the early 70s. So I was interested in a little bit of history there, so I'm happy I got the answer.
Yeah, how special is that for you to hang out with him as well? I mean, you are a legend of the game as well, and then you're sitting next to Rod Laver, and he's telling you all these stories. Not one of us has a chance to speak to him about that. That's so special, isn't it?
It is so special, and you saw it that Bjorn Borg and Rod Laver, Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe. Both said how Rod Laver was their hero, and for me, of course, he was way before my time, but I know what he represents when it comes to tennis. So when I can sit with him, ask him some questions, and we go down memory lane and ask him about all the other players, what they did well, what he thinks today, and how technology was different, the shoes were different, the strings were different, wooden rackets, obviously. I like to talk tennis like this. And then of course I always ask him, how was the weekend for you? I hope you could relax and enjoy it. He goes like, it was perfect. I didn't he didn't do so much. He just enjoys it, and he just has to be Rod Laver, and if he doesn't want to be here, he doesn't have to, but obviously by him being here, it gives so much to the event and to the fans. So
an absolute living legend, Rod Laver, and Roger Federer as well. Berlin next year, how much are you looking forward to? You can speak German there, great.
Well, yeah, finally we can speak a bit of German again, both of us. But no, very much looking forward to Berlin. Also a city I don't know very well. I've only been a couple of times for a couple of days, which doesn't really count, to be honest. So I can't wait to go there. I think it's going to be it's great to bring tennis back to Germany. We used to have the World Tour Finals back in Hanover and in was it Frankfurt, I believe.
Yep. We had the Grand Slam Cup in Munich, but
then Munich as well. Yeah. So and then obviously through the strong eras of Becker and Graf and Stick and Huber and everybody. So it's nice to go back to Germany. I think we're going to have a much better team as Team Europe, to be honest. So I think the energy is going to come back to our side, and hopefully Team Europe can win again. I'm biased.
Who would you like to see on Team Europe next year?
I mean, I would like to see Novak again, to be honest. I would love to see actually Alcaraz and Novak on the same team. Love to see that happen, you know.
Sasha Zverev,
of course, would be great, yes, for the German market as well. And he's been such a great supporter of the Laver Cup as well.
He's played 5 times.
Maybe somebody like Rune, he pulled out here too, and I think that hurt really Team Europe, you know, losing Tsitsipas and Rune. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot to choose from. Medvedev, obviously, would be great. I like watching Rublev as well. I mean, I think he tried really hard, but it was a tough weekend for him. And then hopefully maybe somebody's going to break through as well and maybe get a chance to be a pick for Bjorn Borg as well.
Maybe Carlos Alcaraz, who knows? Team celebrations are still happening for Team World. Have a look at that. Are you going to join them at all later
days.
on? Yeah, you remember
those were good days. Oh, look, this is tricky when you drink out of the cup.
Is it actually heavy?
It flows quick.
Is he allowed to drink yet, Ben Shelton? That's the big question.
Well, let's not talk about that. We're in Canada. I don't know the rules here.
I think there's water. There's water in there. And you would obviously love to see next year in Berlin that the cup goes to Team Europe once again. The celebrations were big last year, apparently. So do you join those guys afterwards at all, or?
You mean like right now?
Yeah,
later?
well, yeah.
So
later.
In London, after everything was said and done, we had a wonderful time.
All together.
All together. Both teams actually. I mean, in the corner were Borg and McEnroe, you know, and their wives and friends all hanging out and like just having the best time. It was so amazing to see. And then all the players as well and their whole teams and entourage is just letting their hair down and just relaxing. It was great. So I don't know where they're going. I don't know what they're doing, how crazy it's going to be.
I'm sure you're invited.
But maybe I come for the first part and then decide if I join the second part and the third part.
Then you can just vanish whenever you want.
Yeah, all of a sudden I disappear. Yeah.
We're talking about the Laver Cup before, how it connects so many generations of tennis players, of legends as well. Is that also what your intent was, you know, when you came up with the Laver Cup? Obviously in honor for Rod Laver as well. But I always love those pictures and those images when I see them all connect and blend in.
Absolutely. I mean, I think going through the generations has been really important for us, because then also to an event like this, you bring in, you know, the Jim Couriers of the world, Tim Henmans of the world, Todd Woodbridges of the world, legends of the game as well, you know, that they join into the action, you know, and everybody, you walk across them in corridors as well and you talk again. I think it's great to bring the greatest of the game at every level of the generation together, and especially when you're on the team as a young player, that was my wish, that you can learn so much from your rivals that you're going to play against a ton, but then also from your captain, who hopefully can give you so much. And it should be a catalyst, you know, for the tour, when you go back onto the tour, like it was a little bit maybe for Felix last year, when he left here after being Novak, goes on and wins 3 events. So I hope he can do something similar again, because I think he really needs a great finish for him this year.
If you remember back when you were playing the Laver Cup, what did you get out of the competition? I mean, you're always up for learning, you're always curious, just to hang out in this team environment, which is so different. And obviously when you played for Switzerland, it's different than this. What were you able to take out?
Yeah, and I think I always did that well. Maybe a little bit annoying side of mine. I always ask questions, you know. I used to always need to know from my coaches, why are we doing this? What's the plan? You know, they tell me. So I would not hold back as well with Bjorn and all the rest of the team members. I just keep on asking questions, showing curiosity, you know. And I think that for me has been a wonderful time, you know, and also memories, you know. I think looking back in time, we'll be speaking about our weekends here at the Laver Cup all around the world, how fun moments we had, intense moments we had. And for me, just being now back in a tennis environment like this is fun. But for me, it was always one of the best weeks of the year, no doubt about it.
Well, not just for you, for us as well. What in particular, on a personal note, do you miss about tennis and being on the court?
Yeah, I mean, I guess secretly I do. Yeah, I guess I miss the adrenaline, but at the same time, you're happy not to have it. I mean, secretly, I guess you like to be in the center of attention, but at the same time, it doesn't matter anymore, you know. So it's good with the way it is right now, and of course, I miss the big ovations, you know, seeing the happy faces of people that hopefully I was able to entertain and stuff like that. So